In today's video, we are going to learn how to create this smooth loading animation in Figma. So let's dive right in. Okay, so on your screen, what you're gonna see is that I have a frame and I have this logo, which comprises of a text here and a rectangle, which I kind of edited the shape. And so the combination of these two gives us a logo for Monarch Bank. And wondering how I got this frame? Well, I just simply hit F on my keyboard to activate the frame tool, and for now I'm using the iPhone 14 and 15 Pro. And if you just click on that, it should bring you this frame. And let's delete that. So the status bar, yes, the status bar. If you want to get this, you can head over to your assets and simply type in status. So once this is done loading, it should give you this status bar, and you can simply click and drag. It's a component, so you can detach it and use it the way you want. So let's go straight to the point. So I have this frame, the status bar, and these two guys here. So I can just simply highlight the two and group them, and then bring it into my frame and align everything to the center. And so I will duplicate this screen by holding Alt on my keyboard and click and drag. And so I have this now. So for the first frame, I do not want to see the logo. I want it to transition from not being visible to being visible. So I'm simply going to reduce the opacity to 0, and I will ungroup them. And in the second frame, I'll also ungroup them. Okay, so I'll highlight this logo and reduce the opacity to 0. So if we head over to our prototype and we connect these two and set the trigger to after delay of 1, and then in the animation we're going to set it to dissolve, and we'll set the duration to 800 milliseconds. Yeah, 800 milliseconds is good. And if we play this, here is the outcome. So at the end of the day, we are having this animation. Okay, so the reason why it's animating that way is because we set the animation to dissolve. Okay, and then the rest are 800 milliseconds duration. The curve is slow, so just refresh, and there we have it. So let's continue. I'm going to close this for now, and I'll switch back to design. So I'm going to duplicate this other frame, hold Alt on my keyboard, left click and drag while holding the Shift key. And for the rectangle, I'm going to increase the size, okay, to something like this. Yeah, and then this status bar, I'll bring it up and I will change the color to something that is close to white. Let's say F5. Okay, so we have this, and I'm going to duplicate this frame again, and now I'm going to simply select my text tool and type in Monarch Bank. Okay, seems like the text is too big, so I will reduce the size of the text to 85 pixels. And I already have my M in the logo, so I'll just delete this one here. And what next? Okay, I'll align it to the base of this guy here, and for the M, I will shift it towards this area, and I'll also scale it down to that same 85. Okay, let me do it this way. I'll head over to my typography and then change it back to 85. I'll align this to the same base with the other text and then bring it closer. So let's say something like this. Good. Now I'm going to group these two for now and align them to the center. Okay, then I'll ungroup it. I don't want them grouped because in the previous frame there is nothing that is grouped. Okay, they are not grouped, so that the transition will flow smoothly. So I'm simply going to ungroup the two. So let's see what we will have if we connect them together. So I'll just connect these nodes, and instead of on tap, I'll set it to after delay, and animation is going to be smart animate, and we'll set the curve to quick. Okay, and 800 seconds of duration, 800 milliseconds of duration. Okay, and for frame 3 we will do as so. So let's see how it goes. Okay, now we have an issue. Okay, so if we look closely, we'll see that after this frame, the text seems to appear in a rush. So let's fix that. I'm going to zoom in a bit and duplicate this frame 4. I'll duplicate this frame 4, and over here I'm going to bring this text down a bit and set the opacity to 0. Then I'll head over to prototype and connect the frames again. I'm going to set the duration of this one to 800 milliseconds, and I'll connect this frame. Okay, and let's see what we have if I play this. I see that from here the transition is too quick, so I'm going to set the duration to, let's say, 1100 milliseconds. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Okay, that's good, but over here we can see that the duration is quite much. Let's see from this to that, and okay, I think it should be the after delay from this one. So we're going to set the after delay here to 300. Okay, so let's see the outcome. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. So what is the next frame? Okay, so let's just duplicate this. Let me bring it down here. So here's what's going to happen in our next frame. We are going to slide everything down. Okay, so I'll close this and then select the rectangle, select everything inside, and then while holding my shift key, I'll click and drag, and I'll also hold my space key so that the contents don't come outside the frame. Okay, I'll drag to somewhere here. So that's good. Now in my status bar, I will change the color back to, let's say 0C. That's dark enough. Okay, so we'll have something like this. I'm going to add the context for the sign up and the login text, and over here I think, yes, I have those contents here. So I'll simply just click and drag. I'll select these and drag them into this frame. somewhere here. Okay, and let me delete that. So let's just go over this content. Okay, so this is just a text that is sign up to bank with us, and this is a frame, and these are just text inside an auto layout, and the texts are aligned to the left, and they have a padding of 10 pixels top and bottom. And the same goes for the sign up button. The difference is that it's just aligned to the center, and the text color is changed to something that looks like blue. Okay, and the same concept for the already have an account and login button. Okay, since you've gone over that, let's go to the next step. And just as I did in frame 1 and 2, I'll also duplicate this frame, and everything that is inside this frame, these contents in particular, I will tweak their position. So I'm going to, let's say, send this further down. I'll send this down just somewhere here. Send this down as well. I'll do the same for the rest of the content, just a little bit. Then I will highlight these contents and set their opacity to 0. And okay, that's good. Next up, I'm going to head over to prototype and connect this guy, frame 5, to frame 6. And the trigger is going to be after delay, of course, and it to be after a duration of 800 milliseconds. Smart animate is going to be quick, and I think this is too much. Let's set it back to 800. Okay, all right, so that's good. And then for this one, I will also connect the frame 6 to frame 7. The trigger should be same thing as before, after delay, duration of 800 milliseconds. That's good. Animation, let's say ease in and out. Okay, and we'll set this to 1000. That looks too slow. Let's set it to 800. Okay, let's not waste our users' time. So let's play this and see what we have.
And that is it. We have successfully created a smooth loading animation in Figma. Do well to give us a thumbs up on this video, comment your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next tutorial.